Hey folks, Wayne over here at the Ram Man Inc. I decided to make a video of some customers' hubs going out. And here it is, Friday, November the 18th, 6:08 p.m. 2022. Time, date, stamps, good. Some of this information right here may be helpful to you, and it may not. But there it is for your viewing. So, we got a really cool customer right here. He's not getting one set of hubs, he's getting two sets of hubs. Over the last few years, this has become a little bit more frequent. We find that we getting a lot of construction people and companies that have small fleets, 4 or 5, 6 or 8, yada yada yada, you got it. So what I wanted to show you was we have 2 of the late model hubs right here. These are going on a 2013 and 2015, 2500 and 3500. So this is my design that I developed and that I'm famous for. The truth is, these hubs will completely change your vehicle. What I'm fixing to tell you is just the facts. When you put these hubs on, all 4 of your performance parameters will go up. Your stopping distance will shorten just from the get-go. Well, how is that, Wayne? Well, I'm going to tell you. Stopping a freewheeling front wheel as versus hooked to the whole axle and drive shaft, it stops faster. You will accelerate faster. The top speed will be faster. And you will completely disconnect the hubs from the axles. Basically, you're putting in a free-floating axle too, when you think about it. Not only are you going to free spin, but you're going to a floating axle. If it breaks or a U-joint, you're not deadlined in any shape, form, or fashion. Now, how do I make these hubs? Well, here's what I do. I'm going to share a little bit of secrets with you. Number 1, check this out. It's an absolutely simple design. You don't even have to change your stub shafts. So, you guys that have done a hub swap before, I need you to think about something. So, all you're doing is getting the old one unbolted, pulling it off, and sliding this one on. That's all there is to it. I'm going to tell you, a normal guy has been wrenching a little bit, got hand tools and no power tools. We have people doing this conversion in 2 hours a side in their driveways. That's right, 2 hours a side. Like I said, all you're doing is unbolting the old one and sliding the new one on. Now, I want you to see something. These hubs come, the lockers are all installed, it's all ready to go. In a normal procedure in the years past, you'd put the hub on and put the locker body in and the spring and then the worn cap. That's how you would, no, don't have to. You're just sliding this assembly just like that. Please don't make it any harder than it is. So, now, what are these? These things that you're looking at right here, these are Timken hubs. They're the only thing that we have ever used. There's no other kind of hub on this property. None. Zero. And we don't have hubs go bad. We just don't have them go bad. Now, so, what is this? You're looking at Ford hubs. These are Ford Super Duty hubs. But as they come out of the box, they will not work on a Mopar. They're close, but they will not work on a Mopar. They've got to be modified. And then you have to have the all-important thrust bushes. So, here it is, 2022. Ford announced last year in 2021 that they have made over, hear me, over 20 million with an M. 20 million Ford Super Duties. 20 million. So, this is a proven design, nearly bulletproof, and it's the best you can get. Even today, the mud trucks, rock bouncers, Brannick Motorsports, all these big axle people, they all run in Timken Super Duty one-piece hubs, unit bearing hubs. They just strong as hell. Now, what do we got to do to make them fit on a Dodge? The Ford, as it comes out of the box, has a slightly different bolt pattern. It's off by just millimeters. So, all you guys think you gonna copy me, you go right ahead. So, it's a lot harder than it looks. So, we have to change the pattern. That's the first thing we do. We change the pattern. Then we gotta chuck them up. Every single one of these hubs is done manually. I do not have CNC stuff on the property. We doing everything ourselves. I'm gonna repeat that. We doing everything ourselves and in-house. So, aren't these beautiful? These have got the AVM lockers on them. So, number one, we change the pattern. Number two, we have to chuck them up and we have to turn down these two registers. These are called registers. Some people call them pilots. So, think about how your car goes together. This first register right here, locates the rotor. It centers the rotor onto the hub. This second one right here is what centers the wheel. So, by God's good graces and stuff that I know, it just so happens that from the beginning of time, old school people know this. The Ford registers have always been slightly bigger than the Mopars. That's why a lot of old school dudes know that you can bolt the Ford wheel on an old 70 Dodge, but you can't bolt the Dodge wheel on a Ford. Let me say that again for people that have been drinking. You can bolt the Ford wheel on a Dodge because the hole is bigger, 8 on 6.5 pattern. But you can't take a Dodge wheel and put it on the Ford. So, that was one of our saving graces. So, we get to turn these down about 70 thousandths, 90 thousandths or so. So, the material is there to turn them down. So, we get really lucky. A lot easier to make something smaller than it is bigger. So, once you change the pattern and you turn the two registers to Dodge specs or Ram specs, it's a Dodge or a Dodge Ram. I just like Dodge. I'm old school. I'm the Ram man. I'm the Mopar guy. or one of them, and it's a Dodge. Anyway, sorry about that. Get off on a tangent every now and then. Not trying to be entertaining, just telling you how it is. So once you do this, it'll bolt right onto your truck. That's all there is to it. Bolt right on, and you're good to go. And you run in Timken hubs. And these things will completely change the vehicle. People tell us that in general, we get asked this a lot. Depending on whether you're a hot shot driver, hauling big old load, 2,500, 3,500, 55, whatever it is, how it's set up. People tell us that on the gas savings, we hear it all the time, it's between 2 and 6 miles to the gallon. I shit you not. It's between 2 and 6 miles to the gallon. So, that's enough for this video right here. We're going to get Sean Dornan's hubs out tomorrow, Saturday. We run 6 days a week here. We run 6 days a week, and we cannot make these hubs fast enough. We're a small operation. We do everything in-house, and we cannot make them fast enough. Here's a set of Chevrolet hubs getting ready to go out. They're ready for their lockers, which will bolt on. What does that look like? Well, I'll show you just for fun. See, you guys have got me on a tangent now. I normally don't make any videos of these. We send these out, you know, a bunch a week. I've usually made videos of the Jeeps and the Chevrolets because there's not so many. So here's your old school locker, like on Dana 60 or so. There you go. There's the Chevrolet setup. An IFS. And need I remind y'all, I am the only one on the planet Earth that offers locking hubs for the Chevrolet IFS and the Dodge IFS. The Chevrolets, it's all three. 1,500, 2,500, 3,500. They all use IFS. On the Dodge, it's only the 1,500s. And we're getting ready to do the Ford, which I've never done. Ford F-150. All right, God bless you. God bless America. And happy trucking. I'll share some more secrets on the backside about how this all works together. All right, be good and be cool. Bye.